Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another Pokemon Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battle because I am coach of the New York Dreepys, and today we have my battle versus Chase, aka Crimson CBADgg, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings. He's a good friend, he's very entertaining. I encourage you to check him out. His channel link would be down below. The Dreepys are currently 1-0 going into the season. If you guys missed my previous Wi-Fi battle, it'll be like that little card that pops up on the screen. It'll probably be the first thing that pops up there. Alongside, there's a playlist on my channel, so I'll leave that playlist down below too. That way it's easier to actually see my stuff, and if you want to see my whole draft breakdown and everything. But we're fighting Chase today. However, before we get into it, I just want to let you know I got some merch. But we got some really clean merch right here. I have a jersey for the New York Dreepys right now. I love it. Love the way it looks. Shout out to my boy Pedro for making it. Of course, I also have the merch that was available last week too. If you want to check it out, links are down below, first line of the description. But yeah, I love the jersey, and I can't wait for mine to come in. But either way, Chase's team. It kind of looks like a lower tier draft, but he still has some pretty big threats nonetheless. Honestly, Como is probably the biggest threat of his team. I love Como so much. I really wish I had drafted it. It was actually going to be potentially one of my picks here, but Como is a fantastic Pokemon. Can be special, physical, defensive sweeping with like iron defense, body press type of stuff. So Como can do a lot versus me, as well as Clanger's Soul. He has Ribombee for Sticky Web, Milotic, which is a pain to break through, Gmax Anaconda, which is also a pain as well. I gotta look up its Gmax move, that way I don't forget exactly how it works. I'm pretty sure it's like Sandstorm, Sand Tomb, if I'm not mistaken. But Lucario is a big threat too, whether it be Nasty Plot or Swords Dance, and then he has some annoying Pokemon like Rotom Fan, for instance, which is actually pretty annoying versus my squad because of its speed tier, but also just Will-O-Wisping. But today, we're going to be starting off with my Corviknight. Of course, the Wi-Fi battle will be right after the team breakdown, so feel free to skip ahead if you don't care about the team breakdown, you know, or my retention time. You know, that's fine. I'll go hungry today. No, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter. But either way, first off, we have Luffy, my Corviknight. Corviknight is phenomenal here. Deals with Braviary. Braviary doesn't have Roost or Defog in its arsenal right now, so it can't sub-Roost, bulk up, and beat me. So Corviknight is a fantastic switch into that. It can live a close combat from Lucario. It defogs infinitely on Ribombee because there's no hidden powers, and it resists both Bug Buzz and Moonblast and doesn't care about Psychic, which is like Ribombee's other coverage. Though Ribombee can Quiver Dance pass. No, actually, no, it can't. It can Baton Pass anything besides Quiver Dance, because it can't Baton Pass speed plus something else. So it can Baton Pass either speed, or it can Baton Pass any other stats but speed, but not them both. So that's good to keep in mind right there. But it's also like a nice check to his Gmax Pokemon, especially because I have Toxic Spike on this team. So it's a good check to his Gmax Pokemon, considering I am physically defensive, so I can eat hits from Anaconda and just Roost stall it a little bit and U-turn on out of there, be slower than it to pivot into something else. But Brave Bird, U-turn, Roost, and Defog is a set. With max HP, 116 special defense EVs, I live +2 Flamethrower from Modest Como, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what I had the calc for. But the defense allows me to eat hits from Lucario, and basically, I'm very worried about that Como. I don't really like, my Fairy type is not faster than a +1 Como, and obviously Clanger's Soul is an Omni Boost, so it becomes a very big threat. But if I'm not mistaken, like I said, my Corviknight does live +2 Flamethrower as well. From Timid, though, not from Modest. So Modest is a roll to knock me out. It's a 56% chance to knock me out with Modest. So it's slightly in his favor. But I can Brave Bird it for damage, and if it wants to set up on me, I can get some damage off on that. And this is only, it only gets +2 if it's running the Throat Spray. If it's not, I live the hit anyway. But defense allows me to take on Anaconda better, Lucario. It's an infinite switch in a Delmise, which is great. Threatening it with Brave Bird and Defogs in front of it as well. Next up, we have Zoro, my Haxorus. We're running Choice Band Haxorus yet again. This time, we're actually running speed on this bad boy because Haxorus outspeeds Chase's entire team besides Ribombee. So we have enough speed for Lucario, which is his fastest member, right before Ribombee, and maximizing our attack and then going the rest in defense. Dragon Claw, Outrage, Earthquake, and Facade is our moveset. Facade is pretty cool because if he does burn me with Scald from my Milotic, if I have to try and switch this in, or like a Will-O-Wisp from Rotom Fan, I can just have a full-powered facade coming off of a Choice Band Mon. With Mold Breaker, this Pokemon does not care about Marvel Scale from my Milotic. It also ignores Rotom Fan's Levitate, so I can hit it with Earthquake. Oh, I can't hit it with Earthquake. It's a flying type. What am I saying? But I ignore, the big thing is I ignore Milotic's Marvel Scale, so I really power through it with Outrage. And Dragon Claw is a 2-hit KO on every single Choice Band Dragon Claw, besides Ribombee, is a 2-hit KO on every single member on Chase's team. Even Outrage does like 76 to 90% to Lucario, which is insane from a Choice Band set. So, and the good thing is Corviknight plus Haxorus basically deal with each other's answers. Corviknight doesn't like Como too much. It doesn't mind it, but it doesn't like Turtonator and whatnot. It doesn't like Rotom Fan, but Haxorus doesn't care about them. I better remember not to Earthquake. What the hell is wrong? I hope I do not Earthquake. But Dragon Claw, Outrage, Earthquake, and Facade. We have the Dragon Claw just in case I don't want to lock myself into Facade. But if I KO Ribombee, Haxorus just has a field day. And again, if I get burnt, I can just click this Facade, and it's going to be doing damage despite even resistances from Pokemon like Lucario. Next up, I already got Luffy and Zoro, so I got to get the next member of the big three. I guess Jinbei is technically... whatever. We got Sanji coming off the bench this week. We got my Cinderace. And yes, I'm making it Sanji over Ace. Alright? It's fine. Or Carrot. Carrot would have worked too. But we got Sanji coming up. I love this mon first off. Well, shout out to my boy Gypsy King for working with me as well. I basically said Cinderace and said a whole bunch of moves, and he suggested this set, and I really, really liked it. So big shout out to him. But running heavy duty boots, right? Heavy duty boots means we don't care about Stealth Rock. A big thing to know about Chase's team is that he has 2 Stealth Rockers. He has Como and a Gmax Anaconda. And if they're Stealth Rockers, they're not going to be as offensive, right? Unless it's like Swords Dance Stealth Rock, like a Garchomp would be. But basically, his Stealth Rockers have to choose if they want to Stealth Rock or if they want to be offensive. So that's good in general in this game. I mean, I have good hazard control versus him anyway in my Corviknight, because my Corviknight can hazard, like, it can default on all of his hazard setters. But Cinderace is also pretty cool here because it's incredibly fast as a Pokemon, so I don't need any speed EVs really to outspeed his team, and Ribombee already naturally outspeeds me, so it takes 28 speed EVs with a Jolly Nature in order to outspeed Lucario, which is his fastest Pokemon. I maximize my HP, and that way I can overall my bulk, and I actually have calcs, which I'll tell you about in a bit. But the 164 attack allows me to knock out max HP Dhelmise with Pyro Ball. The 28 defense and 252 HP allows me to survive an Adamant Max Attack Earthquake from Dhelmise always. I also survive +2 extreme speed from Lucario with this investment. The special defense allows me to take a +1 Clanger's Soul always from a Modest Como. It also allows me to take a Modest Max Special Attack Milotic Scald. Like, I loved it. Like, just when I was like EVing this thing, I was like, oh my god, this thing could take everything on. I'm also with 252 HP and 36 per death. I'm not 2-hit KO by Modest Air Slash from Offensive Rotom. And the cool thing about like Taunt and Super Fang is I can stop Como from setting up, especially my Toxic Spike are up, which you guys will see in a sec. I do have it. And Super Fang is really good for bringing them both down to half without really fearing going down to both of them and just being faster than them. With the heavy duty boots, I don't have to worry about the Sticky Web at all if they're up and I wasn't able to defog. I don't have to care at all from that. I could also like change this up a little bit. I could even make it more bulky and get rid of attack and put Fire Punch and things like that. But I really like Taunt, U-Turn, Super Fang, and Pyro Ball. Taunt just stops setup. Super Fang is really nice for breaking through walls. Pyro Ball is because I want to have the animation for my screenshot on Wi-Fi. And U-Turn just gives me momentum. But I love Cinderace and I cannot wait to use it. Like, this EV spread just makes me really happy when I think about it. It also survives like Braviary's Adamant Brave Bird. Puts it in Blaze and whatnot, and I can knock it out with Pyro Ball if it's like Scarf or something. So, cool things. And stops Turtonator from clicking Shell Smash. Usopp, my Orbeetle, is my next member of the team. And honestly, Orbeetle's role is to, well, it can sweep in the late game with Combine, Energy Ball, Psychic, and Recover. Max Speed allows me to Speed tie with Lucario. It's faster than every other member besides Ribombee. The HP allows me to take like a Scarf, Braviary's Brave Bird in my Gmax form. Now, also, I get Gravity up, which is cool too. That means I can click Earthquake. I gotta remember that. That means I can click Earthquake and stuff like that. So while I go for my Psychic, right? It's not Max Mindstorm. It's actually like a Gravity, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it works. I gotta remember. I don't get Psychic Terrain up though. I have to remember that. So that's something to keep in mind, y'all. I gotta remember how to use my own Gmax mon. But Energy Ball is good for Sandaconda as well as my Milotic, especially if I get a Weakness Policy boost, because I can Gmax this thing in front of Como, for instance, and I live the Flamethrower, I can Gmax in front of Braviary, I live a Brave Bird, I get my Weakness Policy boost, I get my strong attacks off and whatnot. Psychic and Energy Ball hits his entire team for neutral coverage or super effective, and Frisk allows me to see my opponent's items, and just I think Orbeetle in general is pretty good. Recover is obviously good for recovering in the face of like weaker Pokemon. For instance, I could also Calm Mind in front of Rotom Fan because of my base 120 special defense EVs and whatnot, and honestly this mon is kind of weak, I'll be real, but I feel like after a Calm Mind or after Weakness Policy activates, that doesn't matter, man. That really does not matter because it's a Gmax Orbeetle. I'm just going to put you right there. Orbeetle. Let's see what your Gmax 100% does, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's the gravity as well, so that's something to keep in mind because I was thinking about Gmax Gravitas. A psychic attack that Orbeetle uses, it's 140 if it's 140 base power. Nice. If it's special, this move changes gravity for 5 turns. It's completely fine. I don't have high jump kick on my team anyway. I want to look at Sandaconda as well, just to be safe. Sandaconda. My Sandaconda. Okay, so Sandaconda's Gmax Sandblast, a ground type attack that Sandaconda uses. Opponents are trapped in a Raging Sandstorm for 4 to 5 turns. Now, I don't know if that's the same as Charizard, or if that's the same as, what's it called? It's like Fire Spin, or Charizard is considered hazards. But if I read Charizard's, it also says it continues to deal damage to opponents for 4 turns. Okay, I'm assuming that's different. Trapped versus dealing damage to opponents is completely different. So yeah, anyway, this is a good backup check to Como if it's Throat Spray and whatnot and Boost because I can eat the hit. I get my Weakness Policy because if I'm a special Como versus me, I run Flash Cannon because it hits Gardevoir, Flamethrower because it hits Corviknight, and then Clanging Scales because it hits everything else, right? Basically, that coverage is super effective versus, or neutral, versus everything on my team. So then obviously your last move would be Clanger's Soul. So Orbeetle gives me a nice little backup check to that. Gives me a nice little check to Sandaconda if he wants to run like a Coil Rest type of thing in itself. Next up we have Jinbei, my Qwilfish. I'm running Special Defensive Qwilfish as that allows me to first off switch into my Lodic with ease. And this is my Toxic Spiker. Yes, he does have a Vileplume, but besides that, his hazard control is Delmise, which is grounded, so it will get hit by the Toxic Spike. And Intimidate allows me to deal with Lucario. I don't have to worry about this thing. And also, you can eat special hits from Lucario as well, naturally resisting like Flash Cannon and Aura Sphere. Scald can burn things. Taunt and Toxic Spike with Venoshock is pretty interesting. I went for Venoshock over Sludge Bomb, even though I like Sludge Bomb because it gets the 30% chance to poison. But I went for Venoshock because I didn't want Como to have like Bulletproof and ignore the Sludge Bomb. But I also didn't want to use Sludge Wave because I think that kind of sucks. But it doesn't suck, but on Qwilfish with only base 55 special attack is pretty bad. But Taunt plus Venoshock allow me to stop my Lodic from recovering. I'm naturally faster than it unless it's running speed. Either way, I can Taunt it. This gives me a nice switch into both Scalds and Ice Beams from my Lodic. I don't have to worry about being frozen because Scald will break the freeze. And it just gives me a T-Spiker, Black Sludge for recovery. You can also eat a hit from Rotom Fan if need be. And just get up T-Spikes to help, basically to help my Taunt Sanji, my Cinderace do work as well. And also, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't absorb T-Spike because there's no T-Spike from my opponent. But it's a special defensive to be able to take on those members. And last but not least, we have Chopper, my Piloswine, coming back. This is my Stealth Rocker. I have Icicle Spear for potentially sub Como and sub Braviary. He also breaks Focus Sash on Ribombee. If I get like 5 hits, I'll knock it out, obviously. 220 defense with 252 HP and a Violite allows me to take an Adamant Life Orb close combat from Lucario, knock it back out with Earthquake, obviously. Spadef, I mean, I'm able to naturally just check Como anyway. But Ice Shard gives me priority versus that. And in general, our Earthquake plus Ice Shard is really strong versus him. This thing is a nice little check to Rotom Fan as well, though it does have, of course, Will-O-Wisp in its arsenal, so I have to be careful about that. But I don't really mind it being burnt too much. It depends. Like, I'm not sure exactly how I want to play exactly versus it, but I wanted to make sure that my team had very limited ways for both Lucario as well as Como to set up. Whereas Como, if it sets up to +1, it doesn't matter, +2, whatever, because Orbeetle will always Gmax and check it. And just, I wanted that. I have Taunt and Qwilfish. I have T-Spike as well as Venoshock. If you guys didn't know, Venoshock is basically like the Hex for poison type attack. So it doubles in power if the opponent is poisoned. So it's a little bit stronger than obviously a Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave would be. But that is the team for today. Let's get right into the battle. All right, guys, so we are here with the battle. And, ooh, wow, definitely not what I expected. So his team is relatively slow. My Defog is going to be fantastic here. I'm surprised he brought Vileplume. My Lodic Then again, my T-Spikes will mess him up, but he's very weak to my Orbeetle. My Lodic, Vileplume, Turtonator. I don't know why I just skipped over Rotom Fan. Rotom Fan, his Gmax Sandaconda, and he has his Urbombi. Okay, what do I want to do here? Oh, by the way, if y'all didn't know, since people just be skipping, I got merch available if you want to pick it up. It's limited edition if you want to support the Dreepys. But yeah, okay. All right, so Haxorus is phenomenal here. By clicking Earthquake and Outrage and whatnot. I absolutely love my my heavy duty Bootsmon right here too. Yeah, Sanji's great, and I can switch into my Lodic via Qwilfish. Oh shoot! All right, let me just lead off with Sanji because I can switch into everything basically, and I can U-turn on out of there versus half his team. Whew, my bad. Almost ran out of time. Forgot about that. Yeah, this should be fun. I didn't even get to pick music. Have fun, Chase. I'm excited for this game. Surprised he bought Vileplume, but I guess he didn't want to get T-Spike, which is smart. He also brought a Spinner and Turtonator, but Turtonator does go down to my Piloswine, so I should be okay. Like, Piloswine's really good. Ends up leading off with Rotom. Now, this is okay for me because I can Pyro Ball immediately. I'm not 2-hit KO'd by anything he wants to go for. And I get to find out if they are indeed Choice Scarf turn 1. Actually, yeah, let me Pyro Ball first. Let me just not predict. Let me get my screenshot for my thumbnail at the end of the day. As we end up hitting my Lodic upon switching. Which isn't bad because I can Pyro Ball and then U-turn out. I actually missed my first Pyro Ball of the day and they have a Flame Orb. Now, Flame Orb isn't going to matter too much because of Mold Breaker not carrying, but it's good to know because now I don't need to get up a T-Spike. We U-turn here for sure. I don't want to take a Scald. I'm assuming they'd just be like Recover, Scald, anything along those lines. Obviously, U-turn is going to help me out. Let me just write that they have a Flame Orb. That means they can't be poisoned, obviously, but Flame Orb. I'm assuming Scald and Recover. Is there lag here? A little bit of chip, okay. And Qwilfish seems alright here. Qwilfish is my main switch-in. I can get up a Toxic Spike in their face. Obviously, they do have a Vileplume as a switch-in as well, but I have answers for that being my Corviknight for one. Unless they're like a Sunny Day Weather Ball type of thing. And they just throw off a Scald. That did a good chunk. Yeah, I was about to say that had to be a crit. That had to be a crit, bro. I am max special defense. But the good thing is, they're my Lodic not having any recovery is amazing because Dragon Claw is going to 2-hit KO their team. And what I can do here is just set up a Toxic Spike. The reason I'm setting up a Toxic Spike is because I'm not too worried about Rotom Fan. I don't care about it Will-O-Wisping. I have Taunt for my Lodic as well from my Cinderace if they want to go for something from there. And I can Taunt this my Lodic too. I'm assuming right here they might go out into Rotom Fan, though, or Vileplume immediately. If they go Vileplume immediately, I get up my T-Spike, which is phenomenal. And then I can give me Corviknight as a switch. I know that can give me Taunt as a play. But being specially defensive Qwilfish, I shouldn't care too much. They are faster than me, however. I guess they're just going for the burn. No, I don't really mind that too much. And I also don't mind this thing being weakened. I might be able to just Facade through them as well, which is pretty big. So what I'm going to do is be a little bit aggressive here. And I'm actually going to go out into my Haxorus because as much as Outrage could do, Facade is actually better versus my opponent. Like, Choice Band Facade is better. So if they burn me here, ooh, it doesn't care about Marvel Scale, and Haxorus is going to do some massive damage. They do throw off a Scald. Let's see if they get the burn. They don't get the burn. Pretty unfortunate because I really wanted that. I actually really wanted the burn for me. Because I'm trying to Facade through them. Dragon Claw still does a hell of a lot. And this is like the only thing they have that really stops Orbeetle if it's Haze or whatnot. So I'll just click Dragon Claw. If they go out into Ribombee, it'll get poisoned by the T-Spike. And like worst case, I keep this thing low so my Pyro Baller is phenomenal here. The max they could do is 108 damage, and my Dragon Claw, if they're just like not defensive nature, it mold breakers through. It doesn't care about the ability. It does a ton, so it keeps them nice and low. So if they go Rabombi, this is like a position where they don't necessarily like, right? Because if they go Rabombi, they get Toxic, which is phenomenal for Qwilfish. And that's all I really need, Toxic anyway. And then I can defog on them. This is definitely not competitive in any sense. Like the Milotic is not competitive. As they go Vileplume, take the Choice Band hit. Woo! That did some damage. Now if I'm them, I 100% go out into Rabombi right here. So I'm actually going to make the Piloswine play. I'm going to be very aggressive because I could kill them right now. I'd go Rabombi if I'm them. I'm pretty sure they know I'm banded. And even if they put me to sleep, that's okay. Or Stremsap or whatever. Let's say they're at 25%, I want to say. My Milotic is at about 65%. Yeah, so I don't know if they go hard Rabombi or they stay in and decide to go for Sleep Powder. That'd be very aggressive. Piloswine is all right here, though. I feel like because if they do make the Rabombi play, I get some nice momentum. Exactly. Exactly. And I get on my Rocks because Rocks plus Corviknight are so strong in this game. Rocks plus Corviknight are so strong. They switch back out into my Milotic, and that does give me Rocks, so now I can just have a lot of fun. I can have a ton of fun, baby. Woo! And I'm going to go right out into Haxorus. I'm going to go right out to Haxorus because if they burn me, this Facade is going to have a field day. I'm going to be nice and aggressive here. They cannot knock me out with Ice Beam. The most Ice Beam can do is 108, and I'm at 117. And again, if they Scald and burn me, I get to click Choice Band Facade, and I get a KO, which would be on hopefully my Milotic, so they don't have a Fire Resist besides Turtonator after that. They do go right for Recover, though. So, I mean, same exact scenario. I'm just going to click Choice Band Dragon Claw. I'll be able to 2-hit KO them, like I said. And if they go Vileplume, then Vileplume dies. If they go Rabombi, it takes Stealth Rock damage. Everything on their team gets 2-hit KO by this. So Chase really has like a hard time in front of this Pokemon. Haxorus got a belly. That's a muscle belly, though. That's Zoro right there. I really wish they burned me, though, man, because I'd just be clicking Choice Band Facade. Full maximum power. Woo, that did some damage, baby. Let's see if they froze me. They did not. I get my Milotic beautiful, nice and low. And I'm not going to bother predicting the... I'm not going to bother predicting the Rabombi this time. If I get rid of my Milotic, then again, my taunt Cinderace has a good time. So, you know, Zoro supporting Sanji. Unlike in the show, but I'm not going to bother predicting here. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. It's just Choice Band. Haxorus does not care about your Marvel Scale. It's beautiful, man. So the Flame Orb was supposed to up its defense, which is what Marvel Scale does. But because Mold Breaker actually ignores that, Haxorus is just phenomenal in this game. So, like, because I already made the double last time, I don't want to double this time and have them predict that. Alright, so they make the Rabombi play. That's great. So we get Stealth Rock Chip on Rabombi. Yep, they're not Heavy Duty Boots. Perfect. And now what I can do is just go right out into Corviknight. And I don't really have to care about the... Ooh, they make a double here. Is it Rotom Fan? It's Turtonator. All right, I see you. Is it Turtonator to spin? Look back at it. Oh, and they're Heavy Duty Boots Turtonator too. Heavy Duty Boots. Well played, bro. Well played. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. However, Chopper does not care about your damage, bro. Chopper does not care about your Rapid Spin. I'm going to tell you that right now. Chopper does not care. So Shell Smash in my face. I also have my Gmax Mon in the back at the end of the day, which can win on its own. Yeah, at this point, they really do not like switching into Earthquake. So I'm just gonna click Earthquake. They could Will-O-Wisp me, but I'll still click Earthquake no matter what. Considering my Milotic is low. I don't know how much it actually ends up taking, I'll be honest, but I'll click Rocks again after and then mess them up with Haxorus. So they do Flash Cannon me. Does a nice chunk, I'm gonna be honest. It does a nice chunk. No SBADgg drop, though. Ooh, big damage indeed. Let's go. So, I'll 2-hit KO Turtonator, and Turtonator and Milotic are the only Pokemon that they have for Cinderace. So, I'll gladly 2-hit KO Turtonator if I'm able to. I will gladly 2-hit KO Turtonator if I'm able to, man. And then I can just be aggressive with Corviknight into everything else. Look back at it, man. This is a fire sprite. Alright, so we end up 2-hit KO and Turtonator. Nice. Piloswine. KO's We have Milotic low as well, which is very important. Milotic low is very important. Their spinner is gone as well, so I could potentially get up rocks. However, of course, I have to worry about that Sandaconda. I have to worry about Sandaconda. But Orbeetle should be able to deal with it. It depends what play we make here. If they make Rabombi, I'm going Corviknight. I think most cases I'm going Corviknight, like no matter what play they make. Except if they go Rotom Fan, I go for Ice Shard for damage. Sandaconda could also be their play. I don't know if they're running rocks in their Sandaconda in this game, though. It could be. Like, if they go Milotic, for instance, they kind of have to click... Okay, they do go Sandaconda. I do think that Corviknight is my play. I avoid Earthquake. They could go for Coils here. They could go for Coils, but I can Outrage through them as well. I'm assuming they go for Coil or Rocks. Earthquake or Coil. They just G-Max immediately. Ooh, Max Knuckle. Okay, I see you, baby. I see you, baby. They are G-Maxing immediately. So the good thing about Corviknight is that it doesn't... That looks so sick, man. Nice thumbnail for Chase as well. My Corviknight's physically defensive, so it's going to eat most hits. Max Steel Spike for the defense raise. Nice. Okay, so that doesn't do that much. That means they have a Steel move, which I don't know exactly what it is. I feel like Roosting is fine. They have a Steel move. Max Flare. Fire Fang. I'll be able to eat that up. I'll eat that up decently. So, they have a Steel move and they have maybe Iron Head and, or like it gets Iron Head, I don't know. There we go. Get my Corviknight up at full. And this should be their last turn of D-Max. So what I'll do here is I'll sack Chopper. I'll get in my Orbeetle. I'll G-Max back to get my thumbnail as well. And it's also in a position to win because they'll activate my they will activate my weakness policy. So I go Orbeetle. I G-Max them back. They activate my weakness policy. I set up Gravity so I can Earthquake and everything. And then Orbeetle might be able to win. So that was their last turn of being G-Max. I hope I EV'd this thing, like I hope this is my G-Max one. Because I was playing with 2 Orbeetles, and one of them was Dynamax, and I was like, oh, crap. I don't know if they're Assault Vest or not, but either way, I think, yep, this is my G-Max Gravitatas. So we're going to go for Max Overgrowth here. I have my weakness policy. They get the Sun Up. They activate my weakness policy. And then, because Turtonator is gone, and they already used those turns, let me just put Sandaconda KOs. Sandaconda KOs something. What's it called? Piloswine. So I'll get up the grassy terrain here on my side. There we go. I'll be able to eat their hits. I'll get my weakness policy. I don't know if they're Glare, but I kind of doubt their Fire Fang Steel move, and then from there, like, not Earthquake. Rabombi is checked by Corviknight for days, and Rotom Fan is checked by my Pyroar. So he max Overgrowth here. This isn't going to do too much. It's a good chunk. I did a lot more than I expected. Nice. So I'll get my Weakness Policy activated as well. They're going to Fire Fang, which is going to activate that Weakness Policy. I think Orbeetle might sweep at this point. Orbeetle might just straight up sweep. I'm going to go for Gravitatas. Gravitas. Oh, they get some nice little recovery there, but now I'm in and I'm ready because my Z move or my Gravitas whatever KOs everything. I'm +2. I'm faster than everything besides Rabombi, and it's time, bro. The aliens are back and they want this dub. Usopp is ready, bro. God Usopp is ready. Look at him. I'm using that just because I have never seen the animation. Yep. All right. Pick up the KO right there. I get my grassy terrain recovery, and now there's gravity, which means I can Earthquake the Rotom Fan as well. Even though, obviously, my terrain doesn't really like Earthquake too much. Alright, so Orbeetle. This is kind of how I expected KOs. Sandaconda. Rotom Fan dies. Gmax Anaconda, Turtonator. Rabombi dies, and if Rabombi dies, I can click Outrage with Choice Band Haxorus and win the game too, even if it has to Stun Spore me to kill me. I pick up my KO there. I have +2, and my Lodix is in range of +2. I don't think Rotom Fan's in range of +2 Psychic, but that doesn't matter. I think. I don't know. I don't think I'm in a losing position at this point, though. Like, I got rid of the bigger threats. Oh, Vileplume hella dies. So I think he's just throwing it away just to open up my Dynamax, like to change my Dynamax turns. Like to end my Dynamax, excuse me. So, knock him out with the Gravity as well. Gravitas. That's such a fire move, bro. Gmax Gravitas. Oh, that's not surviving at that range. Oh, so it's maybe made to like survive a hit and then sleep powder me, but not when you're +2, baby. Vileplume is gone. Beautiful. Unfortunately, this doesn't like activate Psychic Terrain. That shouldn't matter too much. I still get some recovery as well. Ooh, Usopp's first game off the bench, baby. And now my Pyro Baller wins. My I still knock everything out as well with this, even their Scarf on their Rotom. I knock out Rabombi as well too. I guess they're going to try and Moonblast me here. Look at little Orbeetle go. That little... Well, battle the bugs. I definitely live Bug Buzz. Unless, like, they're hella specs. I live Bug Buzz. But I don't... It doesn't matter if I don't live Bug Buzz. Like, I think they have to be specs to knock me out. But even if they are specs, then I just go out into my my Cinderace and I kill everything. So... I'm max HP, man. Like, I think they literally have to be specs to knock me out. Yeah, otherwise the max they can do is 128 damage with max special attack Bug Buzz. And they might try and double predicting me. Like, Chase might try and double predicting me to go Corviknight. But like, if I get rid of this, I click Outrage, so... That's the way I see it anyway. They do go for Bug Buzz. Let's see if they're specs. Nope. He was not specs. I'm going to pick up my KO here with my +2 Psychic. Go ahead and give me Rabombi. Perfect. Orbeetle KOs. Orbeetle KOs Vileplume. KOs Rabombi. I wonder if they're Trick Scarf Rotom. I feel like Nasty Plat is a little bit stronger versus me with like Will-O-Wisp. But nice, man. Right off the bench, Usopp doing it. Not bad at all. He was smart to stall out Dynamax because I think going for that for the Bug Buzz at the end was his best, like, all-around play. We'll just Psychic this. We'll see. We'll find out if it's Choice Scarf. As it's not. It should be able to live a +2 Psychic. Pretty easily, actually. So, Rotom Fan knocks out this. Rotom KO's Orbeetle. I'm just doing this just to know. Oh, the gravity means I can hit it with that. That's funny. Alright, so is gravity still there? That doesn't matter. I'm clicking Outrage. Gravity means I can actually Earthquake the Rotom fan. But I click Choice Band Outrage with Zoro, and I win this game. Let me just Dragon Claw. Just because, like, I don't have to Outrage, and if then my Milotic has Random Protect, and I don't know, it's some stupid mechanics. So there's Choice Band Haxorus picking up a KO. Haxorus KO's Rotom. Just also the like, thing, and Haxorus should KO. Haxorus KO's Milotic. You definitely dead, bro. There we go. Beautiful. Nice. So that means the New York Dreepys are now 2-0 in the WBE. Again, guys, if you want to support the New York Dreepys, feel free to pick up the merch. Feel free to pick up the merch, like I said. The link will be down below. Good games to Chase, of course. The link is down below. I may or may not have an interview with Chase. It just depends on if he has the time. I believe he said he did, though. So I'll hit him up. And, yeah, if not, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all for the support. I'm very happy at how, you know, Orbeetle went off the bench this time, man. Orbeetle picked up some crazy KOs. It was beautiful. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a second, the interview. All right, guys, we're here in the post-game interview, and I have my boy Crimson CBADgg. Say what's up.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, guys, I love Chase. So I recorded my team builder the other day. I'm pretty sure I praised you, and if I didn't, then check out Chase. Extremely entertaining. Love Chase a lot, and he recently came back to content creation. So, also we were supposed to do something on Gmax, and they're all dead now. So I don't know.
Every time I think about that band, I'm like, no, it'll never be.
But you want to talk a little bit about your team and the game and everything? I'm just looking at your sets.
Yeah, sure. So, frankly, I as soon as the game was over, you know, it was a great match, in my opinion. The score might say otherwise, but I went back into my front office and I said, nobody expects the Beetle. So, I think it was great. I'm taking a look at the team now. I mean, everything's built really well. Banded Haxorus, of course, is just a huge threat to switch into no matter what. I mean,
I've said it. The fact that it ignores Marvel Scale is the best part. Like Mold Breaker ignores Marvel Scale. Like we checked that. Like I actually switched it in so you could burn me. That way I can kill everything with Facade. Like I switched it in specifically on Scald, hoping you'd burn me.
I thought about that. I even said it. I was like, that was risky play going for Scald there, but no. Now that I see that you carry Facade, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get every kill on your game. Even like at the end too, when Gravity was up, I was thinking, should I Earthquake this Rotom just because like there's only very little chances? Yeah. I was like, let me just Dragon Claw. What if he protects or switches or something? I was really surprised. Like, so when I was looking at your team, right, your rockers are both are only Sandaconda and Como, right? Yep. So I was like, okay, if he brings one of them, he's probably not going to bring rocks. Otherwise, well, the Gmax Anaconda with Fire Fang was clean. I brought the specific Orbeetle I did because I was like really scared of Clanging Souls, Throat Spray, Como, because with Sticky Web up, first off, I can't revenge kill it anyway, really easily, which is why I brought like max HP Gmax Orbeetle with a weakness policy, so I can actually KO you back. But I was really worried about that Pokemon. What made you not want to bring Como? I'm just asking.
You know, looking at the team, it was really how do I want to run it, and then there's always just the possibilities that you just have Dracloak in the background that has some weird set.
Which by the way, Choice Scarf Dracloak was on my team builder before Cinderace. 100% was on.
That was really just kind of the big thing behind that. Other than that, I really, looking at the team, I didn't find any setup opportunities that I was comfortable with to click like Clinging Scales with Throat Spray.
That's actually really fair because I made it so every mon on my team could at least taunt or dent you in some sort of way. Even like CBADgg Qwilfish with a T-Spike up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, Intimidate Qwilfish would have been great if it was like a mixed set. I mean, Eviolite Piloswine just always takes every hit, especially if you start bringing it more defensively like you brought here. Corviknight just sits in front of everything. So it just, I really wanted to. I brought a Clinging Scales set last week against Wolf, and I thought it might have had some value here. But at the end of the day, I really just had to think, like, where's the setup opportunity, you know?
That's actually like I think really fair because I in front of it like whatever I had out I always would have either attacked or taunted or like I said I had double taunter. I like when I saw your Sandaconda like I knew that Orbeetle would be my way of revenging it towards the end and like it was the same game plan for either Sandaconda or Como. Like Orbeetle would always come out in the back. I was sad that I missed Power Ball turn one because I was talking about getting my thumbnail for the video like in the immediate turn one, but I said never mind, never mind. I mean I definitely have to give it to Gmax Orbeetle though. I can't like take away from that, but
Oh no, Gmax Orbeetle was good. You got to have the Gmax there in the thumbnail for that gravitas. That was very clean.
I like your Milotic. It always checks my Cinderace. I was what was it called? Yeah, I was so like my EV spread allowed me to take like a modest max special attack Scald. I lived like Adamant Delmize's Earthquake. I lived like 2 hits from Rotom always, things like that.
Oh my god.
So like it was so fun EVing this Pokemon. Like I told you right before we got in call, it was so fun EVing this Pokemon because like I was like 28 speed. Wait, that's all I need? Oh my god, I've never had so much to work with. But like it was sick. Turtonator, I was a little bit worried about like when you brought it, and like I knew you'd spin at that point because you had heavy duty boots. But I was worried like a Shell Smash set could be a little bit scary. But like I said, at the end of the day, like I always you to use like Orbeetle to check something. Like that was always going to be the game plan with that type of mon.
We did originally have like a smashing one with like Focus Blast and Fire Blast.
Yeah.
I get really bad PTSD when I miss moves, and I missed a Fire Blast last week. I was like, I'm going to take a week off of Focus Blast. I'll queue it back up for week 3, but week 2, we're going Flash Cannon.
Flash Cannon this week. If I didn't put SBADgg investment, it probably would have 2 KO'd actually. Like put just very little. It was like supposed to like Policy was supposed to take on Lucario, like take an Adamant, a Life Orb, Earthquake, close combat, KO it back. But I don't know. I thought maybe Balloon might come too. I don't know. It was weird because I feel like your team has some like really big sleeper threats, especially because of the high speed that Rabambi brings. So like Sticky Web plus Lucario, Como, Sandaconda. I was worried about Coil Sandaconda with rest, that it might beat me down.
You're giving me ideas. Okay.
I mean,
keep going. What else were you worried about?
I mean, keep going in the season. Like that's the thing. Like I told you, bro. I was gonna bring Choice Scarf Dracoloak versus you, Adamant Scarf with Outrage, U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp, and Curse as my last move. Curse as my last move. That way, it puts basically everything in range of Haxorus, no matter what. Right?
Oh yeah.
Like max defense, Milotic, it puts in range. Defensive, Sandaconda, defensive everything. So I thought it'd be a cool little thing. I ended up with the Cinderace over it. But I enjoyed the game. I think there were both like some solid doubles on both sides. And that was my first time seeing Gmax Sandaconda like actually like fighting it, as opposed to like the max raids and stuff.
Yeah,
And,
no, absolutely.
Yeah, and also same time, first time seeing Gmax Orbeetle like actually use its attack.
Yeah, no, that was pretty clean. I was hoping for an opportunity to use the Gmax Sandblast, but it just didn't.
Does it work like Fire Spin or like Sand Tomb?
My understanding is that it works like Charizard's Gmax Wildfire.
Oh, so it's a hazard.
It does do like Sand Tomb damage, but a little bit more testing there on my end probably needed. But I believe it's to be like Gmax Wildfire.
Yeah, I like even when I was doing my team breakdown, I was like, I don't know what exactly I'm like. Even my Gmax move is called on this Pokemon, and I was like running calcs for like Psychic Terrain. I realized it's 140 base power instead of 130, and like there's no Psychic Terrain that comes with it. But when I learned it was Gravity, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I feel like this is okay. So I want your opinion on this.
Okay.
Do you think Gmax is broken? Now, I personally think Gmax is just. I'm talking about like in drafting in this league in general because I'm gonna ask everybody this every single week. Did you see Envy's game last week?
I did not.
All right,
it's on my to-do list.
Oh, okay. No, I won't spoil it.
The Grimmsnarl. I mean, you can. I mean, I'll watch either way if you want to talk about it in the video.
Okay, yeah. So like the Grims. Basically, Envy was down like 6-4. He got like 20% off on an Aromatisse. Now it's basically all the damage he got that game. Maybe that's exaggerating. But he basically got in Grimmsnarl, clicked bulk up, Gigantamax, and won the game. So like, and I was thinking like how this game too. I got an Orbeetle. I Gigantamax. I won. Similarly, I'm pretty sure if I didn't have Orbeetle, Sandaconda could do the same thing versus me with like a Coil set or something, or like Fire Fang with Coil could have been maybe a little bit scarier, I think. So I feel like it's just as if you have an offensive one, because I don't have an offensive one. Yours is more offensive than mine for sure. But like Envy's is obviously a straight up offensive. I feel like on the more offensive, like it's just as broken as just regular Dynamax, and it takes multiple mons to deal with. Like here, I had like specifically Corviknight. Like I was lucky I had like a Corviknight, right, to be able to deal with that. But like in a scenario where you don't have the only flying steel right now in the game, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit too crazy. Like I would think, and this has nothing to do with the interview per se, but like in the next season of WBE, would you keep Gigantamax around? Gigantamax around, or how would you do it?
So my 2 cents on that would be, I definitely think Gigantamaxing in a singles format is still, we did our best to limit it to what we could.
Yeah.
We still wanted to showcase off a brand new feature to the game without being just whoever pulls the trigger first wins.
Yeah.
That being said, they've got the expansions coming out over summer that do add, of course, the new mons.
Yeah.
I think when that brings more to the table, along with the move tutors that they're bringing to not only the new Pokemon that they're bringing in, but also the existing Pokemon, I think that provides enough of a competitive meta switch up to say,
we don't need
let's
it.
try season 5 without Gmax.
Yeah.
And then come season 6, if there's maybe some more checks and balances involved. Because, I mean, honestly, Corviknight is really... You can probably... I'd be shocked if you don't bring it every week, just EV to take on something else.
And that's literally what it's supposed to do. Like, I brought a standard Corviknight this week.
Exactly. It's with the little access to the decks that we have, it's hard to say that in the right opportunities, weakness policy, his bulk up, Grimmsnarl, things like that they don't bring to the table. I think that once we start seeing a bit more of a change, once they bring on, say, when the first wave comes out in June, if we kick off season 5, say June time, with now that we know the new mons and the new move tutors, maybe we try season 5 without Gmax to see what it does. Maybe we try to toss in a new spin to keep things fresh, like the seasons have in the past.
Oh, like a Dynamax captain or something, which I think is broken if you have max airstream. By the way,
100%. Whoever drafts Gyarados wins the league, hands down.
I'm pretty sure Corviknight could do the same thing. Well, like iron defense,
surely. Yeah, I mean max knuckle, body press, all that stuff. Yeah. But like, if we were to, I know we tossed around the idea of like something like an item clause, something to keep it fresh. Maybe we draft, throwing out, for example, maybe like you're the steel guy and you draft 3 steel types, but then you draft different typings for the rest of your 7 or 8, however many we use.
Ooh.
Something to keep it fresh. I think something like that could be cool, but I definitely think we're seeing now that it is still a busted feature.
Yeah.
I think we need to run it without hand once we get the new mons in, just to kind of see if come the next DLC, Crown Tundra or whatever it is, once we see those new additions and the new Pokemon it introduces, if we should bring it back in, if unfortunately we still keep it banned in a singles format, however we want to do that.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's taking you 2-3 Pokemon to knock out a Gmax Pokemon, that's half your team, right?
Oh yeah, that was as soon as you got the weakness policy off, I was like, all right, I need to plan my sacks accordingly to try to lower the differential. I mean,
like even then, like I said, the bug buzz roll was like 64 to 76%. So like even at that point, like even if you KO'd, though at that point I think it would have been over, just because of Cinderace plus Bandit Haxorus, things like that.
Oh yeah,
but. And I just go like Corviknight and U-turn, but like or whatever, Brave, I don't care. I just feel like there's not much defensive I sacked my Pokemon to bring out mine, but I could have also brought out the same Pokemon in front of the actual Gigantamax Pokemon. Like if I didn't have enough sacks, I would have just brought out Usopp in front of Sandaconda and Gigantamax. I would have taken a ton, like I would have taken a lot more, but I would have survived and almost done the same thing. Though obviously Rabambi could have done it. So I like your ideas as well in terms of like making it fresh, making it, spice it up a little bit. But I do feel like, this is just a little bit too oppressive in this too.
No, it really, I think in the hands, everybody has the opportunity to be a smart coach and bring, Coil Sandaconda, weakness policy, Orbeetle, bulk up, Grimmsnarl, but it's always going to come down to who actually plans for that. And I think as more coaches, maybe after about week 4, once we start seeing some more coaches go 3-1, 4-0, and we see some more coaches go 0-4, 1-3, things like that, I think that's when some people are going to start getting some gears turning, saying, well, maybe I can utilize this to my advantage.
Yeah.
So then it'll just come down to who really pulls the trigger first and who's got the better trigger.
Yeah, I think so too. I legit think so. Like I was actually regretting, because I think Orbeetle's amazing because of our broken baton pass rule.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Iron Defense, Calm
Mind,
toss
and I can pass that. Yeah, exactly. I could do that too. But like, you know, in this game, I felt like Sandaconda and Como were just so oppressive. Like, I just have a counter to that. It's crazy, right? Like, Throat Spray boosted. Like, that's a mon that should have swept my team in theory, right? Even if I get damage off on it, it could still potentially survive. It would cost me like 2-3 Pokemon, like to put in range of Piloswine's Ice Shard maybe. But, like, yeah, I just agree. It's like, it's crazy. But, yeah, I enjoyed the game, dude. It was very fun.
Oh, great game. Great game.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, very, very fun. I'm happy about, you know, Usopp, but I'm also I'm excited to see how you keep going forward with it, because I think that Sandaconda is also a real big sleeper in terms of Gmax, just because like there's some things you could run, you know, Body Press for Max Knuckle and Hurricane for Max Airstream, you know? Like,
don't give away all the strats now. No.
I mean, I've used that in the video. Hold up. But I'm just saying, like, I think there's so much you could do with this broken Pokemon, just because of Shed Skin as well. But I'm excited to see how it keeps going. And yeah, like I said, good game, man. It was good.
Yeah, and GG's. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. Check out Chase's channel. Link will be down below. Like I said, if you also want to check out the merch going on, I got a fresh new jersey, the Drop a Dreepy jersey. Shout out to Pedro. Link down below. And leave a like. We'll see you guys. Peace.